All right, so you're probably wondering, what the hell is he working on now? So remember we did the reverse level on this truck, okay? We had some issues with some bolts in the video. I put the overloads on the top. I went through and did that. Unfortunately, since I put the overloads on the top, there's no holes in the leaf springs for a centering pin. So this front axle can just kind of, I'll show you. If I'm kind of looking at it, it can move back and forth. Even though the clamps are on it, it's still going to be able to move, right? So I found that you can't get centering pins anywhere for this freaking truck. You can't get centering pins for really anything. You got to make them. So I called down to the spring shop and they told me just take a grade 8 bolt and get the section that's like this. This is just tubing, or this is just a bushing. So I found that this is the perfect size outside diameter. So we're going to take a bolt, obviously not the threaded part, but we're going to go take another bolt. We're going to go make 2 pins like they told me to do. We're going to drop this down. I also went and got some new bolts. I went and got 4 new bolts so we can get rid of the overload on the top and just get rid of it in general. So those were expensive. For those 4 bolts, that was like $22. So we're gonna do that now. We're gonna get this thing pulled into the shop. And I'm gonna show you what we got coming for this. So I kind of like how low that is. That might be how low it is when we're done with it. So that's the perfect outside diameter. I need to go get a bolt that has this section here. So I need to go get 2 more of them, grade 8, because we don't have them here. I need to compare it and go from there. I think it's 9/16. So unfortunately, we're out of work for a little while because the laptop shot. So I gotta take that in today. They quoted me like $300 to get that fixed. So I'm gonna take that in, wait 3 to 5 business days. So now I gotta figure out what to do for the next 3 to 5 days until my system is fixed so I can mark everything in. So there's a lot of things I do behind the scenes that people don't actually see, and I would prefer people, and there's certain things that I don't post and tell people, so that's how I'm gonna leave that. So yeah, gotta fix the laptop, gotta go get one of these for the centering pin, wait till he's done so I can pull the truck in, because I could work in the rain, but I'm not going to. Well, $4 later, there's the bolt. We're gonna take and make some centering pins out of it. Alright, here is how we're going to build this centering pin. This is how the shop recommended me do it when I called them. So basically we're going to use this center section here. We're going to cut this out. This is a 9/16 bolt, so it fits in there perfectly. I'm going to cut the head off, which will give us just enough, set it down in, make it flush, and then we will cut, probably leave about 3/8 of an inch on there. So I'm going to get the cut in here. And you don't have anything strong enough to yank this out anyway. All right, so we made, right here, we made the, I'll show you. So we took a nut. I had to go get different bolts because these outsides are 1/2 inch, not 9/16, and the inside is 9/16. So we drilled out these 1/2 inch nuts, shimmed them down, and then these will fit in the hole on the axle, and then this will sit down in there, center the axle, good to go. Got new bolts, working on throwing them in now. Kenny, quit yelling. Gonna ruin the shot. So, you guys can see right in there, we got both of them. Now we're gonna drop it down. All right, can you drop it down slow? All right, well, I know it's raining. I'm gonna get out anyway. So we got the axle on. It's even. So I washed my face before I took this shot. We got the centering pins in. Everything is all good. You know, and like I said, that's exactly what the guys at Stanley Springs recommended. That's what they said they do. Now, they probably do it a lot nicer of a way than I did it, because I didn't know that the bottom was much bigger than what the pinhole was on the actual axle itself. I was hoping it was just a 9/16 to 9/16, but it looks like it's more 9/16 to like an inch, like a bolt head. So took that, drilled a nut out, made sure that everything was spaced good, and I don't think this axle is going to be moving anywhere. Everything is torqued down. I'm not pulling this axle off of the leaf springs until I find a new axle, because I am going to be replacing this axle at some point. Last video I said I was going to do 410s. I haven't decided yet if I want to do 410s or 373s still. I would prefer the 410s, but do I really want to swap out the front end? It's just, I don't know yet what I want to do. But yeah, I am still looking. If I find a 373 rear for a good price, I'll take it. If I find 410s and I find the front and back and everything, but again, that'll probably cost me at least $3 grand. The front is cheap. It's like $250, but it's like everybody wants an arm and a leg for 410s on these trucks. So we're gonna go take the laptop, go get that repaired. Another $300 out of my pocket, but I'm gonna drop that off, wait 3 to 5 business days, and hopefully it will be done. So it's really kind of shitty out today, but I ended up doing a little bit of a sideways, kick this thing sideways. Unfortunately, I didn't film it, but we didn't break any bolts, so we went sideways 3rd gear. Couldn't get it into 4th in time, otherwise I'd have kept going, but oh well. For what it is, I mean, it didn't break, so there will definitely be more of that. All right, so I know I tell you guys to dislike, unsubscribe, and do all that stuff. So I've been thinking lately, and the videos have been getting a lot of views. So I kind of wanted to tell you guys, if you do like what you see and you like where this thing has come in the past couple of months, I definitely urge you guys to subscribe, because there's like 80% of people that watch these videos that aren't subscribed. I definitely would like to start next year sometime just throwing another obnoxiously insane amount of money at this truck. I definitely want to get wheels and tires, working on getting some springs and some drop shackles for it to bring this down about another 2 inches. Want to go wider, want to start throwing some more money at it, want to get it painted. And I know I could do that right now, but I don't want to put into it and not get anything back out of it. So I kind of have a ridiculous subscriber goal. If you guys could do that for me sometime next year, maybe by the end of next year, it'd be nice to hit 20,000 subscribers. But you guys can see just how nice this thing has been coming along. The fact that there's no sunlight on it right now definitely helps. But I definitely think this thing looks a lot nicer. If you guys remember back January, February time, this had the red bed on it, a silver cap. We had rusty fender flares on it that we custom built. No bumper, no tailgate. Just a lot of dumb, like it looked really horrible. So you guys see, I threw probably about $7,000 or $8,000 at this truck this year. And you guys have seen where it's come. Like, we did the motor, I did a couple other little odds and ends to it. But yeah, so if we could hit that 20,000 subscriber mark sometime next year and we could get more of you guys to subscribe, I'd appreciate it. We're hitting about 500 or something a month gaining to the channel, so that's super awesome. I'm gonna continue to try to keep putting uploads out for you guys, but in the meantime, I definitely appreciate every one of you guys that are subscribing. And yeah, so I'll keep it coming, and you guys keep watching. Feel free to share the video. All right, guys, today is the day that we are going to go in. It is the court date for the fine that I got a while back, so I'm gonna plead not guilty to that. I already done that, and we're gonna go in. I have pretty decent hopes that we should either be able to get it cleared completely or the fine cut down. Not really doing anything today anyway. The laptop's broken, as you guys saw, so I gotta wait until that's fixed. They told me probably Monday. Well, that experience was a little bit different than what I expected. I went in there, showed them, you know, everything that I had, and the judge completely not guilty, gone, no money for a fine or any of that. So we are not guilty, fellas. Now I can head home. Hopefully we have a part in the mail for us. So I'm ready to go put this thing on, because from what I've been told, it's gonna make a huge difference. So yeah, when I went in there and displayed all of the evidence that I had, they basically just threw it out. Like I said, I had proof of everything, and because of one fine that the DMV did not tell me about, that is the reason that this whole ordeal went down. Like I said, went in there, showed them all the proof, and boom, it got thrown out. So now we can go about our life normally and no more legal problems. So for all the people that said, oh yeah, you brought this on yourself, look how easy it was to get it thrown out in court. If it was my fault, they wouldn't have just thrown it out like they did. All right, so the last thing I'm gonna put in here is that the officer actually was not in the courtroom with me, so it was literally just me and the judge. The officer that had pulled me over actually ended up testing positive for COVID. So it was literally just me and the judge. So, I mean, hopefully full recovery for that guy. Not sure what his symptoms or how he's dealing with it, but hopefully a full recovery for him. No hard feelings on the ticket or anything like that. He's just doing his job. So yeah, now let's get back to the rest of the video. All right, so there, this just came in. We found this on Amazon. Looks like, I don't know, I forget what the box looked like, but we did finally get a steering brace, because as everybody knows, these Dodges are a problem. So what we gotta do is take this nut off here and then install this guy on the end, torque that down, and then we'll take this. I gotta figure out how all this goes, but yeah, it's a pain. So it's smart. Generally, I don't carry a 32mm socket on me, but I brought my toolbox home and I have a couple of them in there. So 32, we're gonna get that punched out real quick. Alright, that's all there is to it. Also makes a nice little brace for everything under here too, so that's kind of nice. I think the next upgrade we're going to do at some point is probably a steering gear, or adjust this one. So might just adjust this one first, but the back, everything is pretty level since doing those yesterday. So we did do a couple of burnouts on them and nothing broke, so we should be good. Oh, the exhaust tip did fly off. I knew that was gonna happen. All right, so for the people that wanted to throw a temper tantrum in the comments as well, I am gonna get a new tip for this sidetrack. I'm gonna order that brake line right there, and then I'm gonna order this brake line that goes the whole way up and over. I'm gonna order those two, and then we got new shocks coming, so I pulled that one down. So 2 new shocks and all new brake lines back here. That one I replaced once because it blew out, so that's a new one. But because of the orientation and how it's bent, when I welded these perches on, I didn't exactly know about the orientation. This was years ago, so like one had a bolt, but they were both snapped anyway. So I'm gonna take this and just probably end up welding this this tab right here to the block, so we don't have to worry about it. And then same with the other side. So I have both of them shocked. So, and an exhaust tip. All right, there you go. I actually did it. I ordered the 5 to the 8. These are pretty cheap. I kind of like this one, so this is the one we're gonna throw on. I knew 8 inches was big, but I didn't realize it was gonna be like, you know, I could stick my head in this. So I'm gonna get this put on. It's got a bolt, so hopefully this one doesn't fly off like the last one did. But I think we should be all right, because that's the first time I've ever had an exhaust tip fly off. All right, there it is. That's how it's gonna stay. I don't know, I don't mind it. You can't see it, but so like I said, I know I mentioned this before, I don't know if it'll be this video or next. Even though I replaced that line, I'm gonna replace both of the brake lines that go across both sides, and then we're also gonna get new shocks for this thing. So probably in this video, because I don't seem to be getting any calls back for my laptop. So I tried to film the first cold start of the day earlier, and unfortunately the camera went into time-lapse mode, so I didn't get it. All right, so we did manage to go get a laptop. I just spent like 400 bucks. I found a 2012 MacBook, so that's awesome. They're in the process of swapping over all of the files so I can finally update and edit the video for you guys. So we're backed up to the shed now. We got some things to do in there. I'd show you the laptop, but unfortunately I already dropped it off. So hopefully we get that back tonight. We can get back to work, start editing videos for you guys. And yeah, oh man. So, and then in the next video, we'll start doing some other work to the truck, some of the things much needed. All right, so they're unable to do the transfer without ordering a part. I can't wait 4 or 5 days for that part to come in. So I'm gonna get the new laptop. We're gonna get everything set up, hopefully start editing a video for you guys tonight. About 24 minutes away. Listen to this axle dump. I love it. It doesn't sound too bad. It's not insanely loud on the inside. I mean, definitely the old motor was louder, so I'm wondering what the difference was besides double the valves. But we'll see. We'll see when the second gen swaps on just how much louder it gets. All right. Here we are, we're at the place. We're gonna be picking up. Once they leave, they only let like one person in there at a time. So, oh man, I can't wait to get back to editing because it's been a minute. It's been a minute since I got a video out there for you guys, so. All right, well, we got both the laptops back sitting in here. They couldn't do anything for me without ordering a part. It would have been like 4 or 5 days. They didn't charge me a dime. So I'm not worried about it. I'm gonna go set the laptop up. We're gonna get to editing, downloading everything I need to, and get back into it. It's also pretty much gonna do it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. I know I tell you guys unsubscribe, dislike, hate, comment all the time. If I could get a bunch of you guys to subscribe, if I could get as many people to subscribe as possible, I definitely appreciate it. Only like 20% of you guys are subscribed that watch the videos anyway, and I've been getting thousands of views. So keep subscribing. Let's get me rich. Come on, guys. I appreciate it. See you in the next one.